What's up, 49er fans? I'm Jason Aponte. This is the promised film breakdown of Tatum Bethune against the Tampa Bay Bucks last week. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody who's supporting. Hopefully this video gets through and not demonetized by the NFL. If you want to show some support, drop a like, subscribe, and if you're on your mobile device, hit that hype button. That'll help accentuate the channel as well too if you guys want to help. I always appreciate the donations and everything as well too. I'll be in the comments to answer any questions while this is on. I set it for a premiere so I could sit there and talk with you guys about it because there is some things that I feel like I should explain a little bit further if you have any questions. But overall, I was really impressed with what he was able to do in his short time. 10 tackles. I feel like when he was called upon, he was ready to go. I'm far more encouraged, and I have plenty of examples to show you as to why that is. So sit back, relax. Let's dive into some film. Heartbreaking game, obviously, Fred Warner getting hurt, but I've got some encouraging stuff for you. In other words, I have some good news for you, 49ers fans. Let's take a look. This is a prime example of how quickly Bethune fires on the ball. In this instance, they're running a zone. It's a pass play. He's going to get all the way out here. But how quickly he identifies, puts his foot in the ground, and finishes the play. And not only finishes the play and swarms the football with Upton Stout, but knocks Sean Tucker back with impact. Bethune's a thumper, and he's very fast, and he triggers downhill very quickly. And I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. So, again, you're going to watch Bethune get out here. Now, look, he's about 8 or 9 yards away from Tucker. Mayfield checks it down to Tucker. Here comes Bethune. Wham. Like, that's exactly what you're looking for. Sorry for the Madden impression, but that's the impact that you're looking for right there. Again, someone who's drifting back. Again, here's Bethune. He's drifting back, and then for him to get back down and trigger downhill, he's playing fast, instinctually, right? Like, again, here it comes, and just watch the impact. Whew. That's exactly what you're looking for right there. This is the very next play. So, in one instance, we show Bethune falling back, coming back to the football, playing fast downhill. Now, you're going to watch some pretty cool stuff from the Bucks here as far as they show with window dressing and motion. But Bethune is able to get through traffic. And again, this is the play just after the play I showed you. Get through traffic, finish the job, and find his way to the ball carrier. When you watch the tape, you just see it over and over. Bethune's around the football, which is all you can ask for, especially being thrust into this position. You think about coming off the bench, replacing the emotional leader. This is your opportunity. And you look like a guy who's been there before. And there was plenty of these plays that are on the tape. And I just want to run it again and show you because I'm just impressed by the young man. So again, we've got Bethune right here. You see Sean Tucker. This is some really nice stuff here. And Rashad White's got it. Fighting through, I'm the one who finishes this. Now, it is a 3-yard gain, but I finish. This is where the ball stops. This is exactly what you want to see from somebody who's being thrust into the fire. That's pretty cool, honestly, offensively. But Bethune's the one that's there, and he brings it down. That's exactly what you're looking for. One of the things that Bethune is going to be asked to do, and this is especially true for Sunday night against Atlanta, they have a great offensive line. Your pass rush is suffering. How are you going to fix this? And Bethune is going to be asked to blitz because he is triggering fast downfield. But there is some cool stuff that he was able to do here. Essentially, he's mugged over the center, as you can see here, right here. He's going to start with a straight line and then stun around. Now, he's not going to get there, but he disrupts the timing on this play, and there's a wide open Emeka Egbuka who's going to mosey on over here, wide open. The timing is disrupted, and it's a play where it's incomplete. May not look like anything, but you sure saved the 49ers a huge gain here. And I want to also point out the bunch formation up here at the top. 1, 2, 3. Tez Johnson, Egbuka, Otten. You got Upton Stout. You've got, I believe that's Marcus Siegel. And you've got Renardo Green over here. Now, when you bunch up 1, 2, 3, none of these guys can man up. And it's going to cause a confusion. I really like this bunch formation. They ran it a bunch of times in this game. and it makes it hard for those guys to cover. The thing that saves them is Bethune's blitz. And it's really interesting. The Bucks have so many cool things that they were going through on offense. Again, obviously they beat the 49ers. I'm not trying to glaze them or anything like that. But this is a good concept right here because who's guarding who? You've got him over, Stout over Tez. You got Renardo right over here with, I guess close enough to Ibuka. And then Siegel with Otten. These guys are going to break out 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be tough for anybody to slow down. So I want to show you guys real quick what I'm talking about here. So you see Bethune coming, and he loops around. And Baker has to get rid of that thing before he wants to. I want to get back to that, actually, and show you again. Baker is going to see him coming. Look, he gets a free release, basically, because the center gets a little hand on him. But he's flying down. And Baker sees him, and he has to get rid of that thing. If he's comfortable in that pocket, and he's sitting there, Ibuka's still running with this one. And it's thrown behind him because of the disrupted timing of Bethune. And this is going to be something that they need him to do on Sunday night and moving forward. As long as his pass rush is in the state that it's in, it's going to be better from the next angle here. Again, you've got Bethune right here. He's going to loop around. And again, watch Baker. Watch Baker. Whoop. And you had to throw it behind. Again, if Ibuka catches this thing, he's still running right now. It's behind him. Bethune gets in there. That's great. He's playing fast. That's all you can ask for right now. This is another good example of playing fast, playing with desire, doing more in the run game. Great run fit here. I want to highlight, obviously, Bethune that's here, but Diamador Lenore is going to be up here, and he's going to help. He gets an assist here. But what I want you to pay attention to is the right guard and Cade Otten, because they're both going to fire onto Bethune with a combo block. 2-on-1. A right guard and a tight end. As a linebacker, no one would fault you for being held up. Not only does he break through the blocks, him and Diamador Lenore meet the ball carrier in the hole. And it's a stop. Again, a guy not giving up, high motor, all of these things. I can go on for days with any of the coach cliches that you want. Scrappy player, brings his lunch pail, all those things. But combo block, right guard, tight end, meeting up here, and Bethune still getting to the ball carrier. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So you got the tight end in motion. You see the combo block? I'm there. Like, again, that's not easy. You're splitting a block between a guard and a tight end to get to the ball carrier and knock down Rachaad White. It's better from this angle. Again, assist to Diamador Lenore here. But we're going to watch the tight end in motion. Again, 72 right there. The camera's in the way. 72 and 88 are up on 48. Now, here comes here comes Diamador Lenore, I'm sorry. And there's Tatum Bethune. Like, that's the stuff that you're looking for right there. You're watching a player who is fighting through a block from a guard and a tight end, a combo block. This is supposed to be blocked up. He's supposed to be able to break through that tackle from I keep calling him Renardo Green, Diamador Lenore, and then it's Jair Brown's chance to slow things down. He's not supposed to break through that, and that's a good stop. Again, it's a gain, 2-3 yards, but the way this is designed and the way it's supposed to be blocked up, it's supposed to be a big gain, and it's supposed to be him against Jair Brown, and let's see who wins. You hope your ball carrier is the guy that finishes it, but Rachaad White does what he's supposed to do. He's not supposed to be hit there. But that's a great play again by Bethune. It looks really good in the run game. Rally to the football. Continue to keep playing. Play through the whistle. This is exactly the principles that the 49ers defense is trying to preach. After the Sean Tucker touchdown, which he walks in, we have the penalty, and now this is the 2-point try. And I want you to notice something. Renardo Green is the first person to greet Rachaad White before he has a chance to get at the goal line. But if you notice, Rachaad White's legs are continuing to churn. If Tatum Bethune doesn't find his way to the ball carrier, that's a 2-point conversion that's going to be for the Bucks. He stops this dead in its rights. Again, great job by Renardo. You have him held up. You've done your job. and you're doing the best you can as a corner on a running back. But Bethune stonewalls him and sends it back. And this is exactly what I want to show you. Again, playing through the whistle all the way through. You've got the motion. Look, Renardo Green's got it, right? Renardo's got it. And you see, White, if no one's there, White's pushing into the end zone. Not on Bethune's watch. Just, and stuffed. I mean, again, he's coming from up here. He's reading. He realizes that he's going outside. Again, good read by Bethune. Great job by Renardo Green as well, too. Because Ibuka comes and he down blocks on Jair Brown, who's trying to stop him in the hole right there. You get Green right there, engaged. Legs moving, but Bethune's right there. Boom, stonewalls him. That's exactly what you're looking for right there. And that's how you play team defense together. You know, you get the Ibuka down block right here, and then boom, boom. That's it. It's done. That's exactly what you're looking for from Bethune. Again, he's playing all the way through the whistle. The hustle's there. He's just got to clean up some little things here and there, and he'll be fine. He's not going to replace Fred Warner. I think we know that. But he is going to be fine. And I do believe that. Now, here's what you're all worried about, right? Coverage, okay? We're going to watch. The 49ers are going to drop 1. Jair Brown's going to stick around here. 2, 3. In my mind, and I could be wrong, what I see is cover 3. 3 deep safety members or 3 deep secondary members, 4 underneath, and a 4 rush. Now, this is a completion, but I want to show you why the Bucs are successful here. And I necessarily don't put all the blame on Bethune because he's put in a high-low conflict, which is what Kyle Shanahan is so good at, what the best offensive minds are good at, in terms of making you decide. I know the rules that you have to play. Now you have to decide where you want to go, and either way, it's going to be a successful completion. Baker was on fire in this game. Didn't really matter who was on the field. But I want to show you because the conception that, or the misconception that is, that Bethune is bad in coverage, he wasn't really singled up. And these plays are just him having to decide. Do I collapse on Cade Otton or do I fall to the play side dig? And either way, it's going to be a completion. Ideally, I guess you probably would want to say, stay on the play side dig and allow Otton to catch the football and rally to the football and limit the gain. Okay, that's fair. That may be something that Bethune has to work on. But this isn't necessarily something where he's just getting burned. And I want to make sure that I highlight that. So let's get this out the way and let's run it. Again, I believe this is cover 3. I could be wrong. And if someone knows, better than I do, you can. But you see, backing up, Jair Brown's going to stay right there, and he's going to bail. And once you have 3 deep secondary members, here you go. 1, 2, 3, and you have 4 underneath, that screams cover 3 to me. The 49ers run a bunch of cover 3. I could be wrong. But this is what I'm talking about right here. You see Bethune? Bethune's got to decide right here. Do I fall? Do I drop? And look, I think he's playing it as best that he can right there. Because if the ball is thrown here and it's still available, then he can rally to the football. And that's short of the sticks. But it's not. And what I want to show you is Baker Mayfield, who was on a heater, watch him manipulate. I'm looking right. I'm reading Baker. I'm coming down. Then I look left, and it looks like he's looking here, but he's really looking here. And look at this throw. Bang. What is Bethune supposed to do right there? I mean, somebody could let me know in the comments, right? Like, look, looking right, reading. Okay, so I've got Otton. I'm staying on him. I'm looking left now, and you think 1, 2, 3, they've got that locked up. Play side dig behind your ear. Bang. Baker was on fire in this game. And I'm not going to put all this on Bethune. This is one of those things that is going to be graded by PFF as a catch on Bethune. And it's only going to be because he's the guy in the area. But it's not like that, in my opinion. Look, Baker's right there. Look at his helmet. Looking right. Bethune's reading it perfectly. Otten. He's looking left now. And now he's moved back to center. Look at, rips the throw. Bang. What is Bethune supposed to do there? I just want to give credit to Baker Mayfield because his eye manipulation is what really sells this. And it's almost like a no-look pass. Looks right. Bethune's on it. I got it. Throw him the football. I'll rally to the football and I'll stop him right there. And we're going to get him short of the sticks. Looks left. Now look where the receiver is. He's not even in the picture yet. He's throwing this with anticipation into the spot. Rips it. Bang. Not much you can do there. Not necessarily as concerned with Bethune there. I feel like that's just a high-low conflict and a sign of a quarterback who's on a heater right now. I mean, Baker's a MVP candidate through the first few weeks. I just think this is good eye manipulation. And then like this anticipatory throw. Words are hard. I'm sorry, guys. Look at that. Not going to blame Bethune on this one. Okay, this final play. You want name brand? This is name brand. You got Bethune here. You're going to watch D. Winters go with the motion, pull all the way out here, but this is a run play. You want name brand? That's Tristan Wirfs. All world left tackle. Should have been a 49er, right? You know, I can hear it in the comments already. I want you to watch him attack his inside shoulder and blow this play up with a run stuff. This is what I'm talking about. We've seen him split combo blocks. We're watching him go against somebody coming up from the second level who is one of the best in the game. And he's going to continue all the way through and finish this off. And the motion is going to carry D. Winters all the way out here and just leave him by himself. You see Luke Gifford down here, but it's going to be Bethune again who beats Tristan Wirfs, who's going to slide up to the second level. He's going to attack the inside shoulder and blow right past him to blow this thing up. If you want name brands, here it is. If you want to say he's beating Charlie Heck or, one of these other, Bucks linemen, fine. This is Tristan Wirfs. I don't know if it gets any better than this, especially from a name brand. But let's find out. So you see the motion that there goes D. Winters. Okay, the play starts. Now, Tristan Wirfs, he gets off because tight end's got Sammy O. Oh, one-on-one. Winners and Wirfs. Bethune and Wirfs. I'm sorry. Winners and Wirfs just sounded better. Bethune and Wirfs. The play's blocked up there, right? Like, it's a good job because, like, the defensive line does well here, too, as well. Shout out to Jordan Elliott and Sammy O. But Rachaad White's going to break away. No, you're not. Because no matter how good the run stuff was there, this is him bouncing away, and he possibly could have had a better game. But Bethune beats Wirfs and sniffs it out. And he's around the football. He's the guy under the pile. You get to watch it again here. Bethune, Wirfs. Okay. Nope. And that's it. Like, it's, again, good job by Sammy O and Jordan Elliott, right? Sammy O's going up against the tight end. Jordan Elliott's going up against the left guard. But, sorry, I'm blowing right past you, Tristan Wirfs, and I'm going to sniff this out because if I'm not there and I'm blocked up here, if I'm not there and Wirfs blocks me up, oh, baby, you might have yourself another gain, a little bit more. You're going to force someone else to make a tackle. Stuff it up and finish it, Bethune. Again, I'll run it from the beginning. I don't think that Bethune is going to replace Fred Warner 1-for-1. It's impossible. How do you replace the best in the world? But there's so many things that Bethune does well. Being thrust into the fire in this game, replacing the defensive leader, replacing the emotional leader, all things considered, watching him have 10 tackles in this game and finding him around the football was very encouraging. Is it perfect? No. Are any players perfect? No. But for a guy who's been sitting waiting, and we don't know much about Bethune, for as much as people want to project whatever it is they think about him, there's not film on him. So you're really just basing it off of, I guess, whatever it is that you've heard or the little that you've seen in preseason, but there's not regular season tape. And to be thrust in here and have 10 tackles and play this well and have a play like this where you're beating Tristan Wirfs, I'm encouraged. I think you guys should be as well. And who knows where this season's going to go, but given the fact that the 49ers are able to always develop linebackers, why wouldn't it be him that's next? And I feel much better about the Warner injury watching him play football. Bethune, that is. I don't think that obviously the defense is better without Fred Warner, but I don't think it's as substantially worse as people would paint it. Sure, Fred Warner's the better overall player, coverage player. I don't think that needs to be said. But I do think for what they're going to ask from Bethune, blitzing, run defending, just being around the football, I am encouraged. And I think that the drop-off isn't going to be as far off as people believe. That's just me, though. So that'll wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the content. Again, drop a like, subscribe. Also hit that hype button if you are on your mobile device as well, too. That'll help a lot. Really appreciate it. Had a great time chatting with you guys and talking about it. I'm really encouraged. Sunday Night Football, the 49ers take on the Falcons. They're going to need everything and more to slow down Bijan Robinson, this great offensive line for the Falcons, that pass game that they have. Tatum Bethune is going to be a big part of that. And I do believe that I'm a lot more encouraged than I was once Fred Warner went down. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys again. And as always, let's go Niners.